This is, of course, very timely. The whole topic is of great and growing importance. And I suppose you can summarize it by saying, can we use existing data collected for administrative purposes or by multiple governments in the UK, and possibly private sector purposes, private sector organisations as well, for production of reliable statistics. The potential is great for doing things more cheaply, more effectively, and more speedily. But of course, we think the advantages of that, and also minimising the burden on users filling in forms, is perhaps set off against financial, technological, technical, legal and other barriers as well. And today we'd like to tease out where the relative advantages and disadvantages are. I should say that today's meeting, it can be seen as part of something that the UK Statistics Authority is very much engaged with at the moment, which is a review of what is likely to be needed in official statistics over the next 5 years or so. This goes by the name of Better Statistics, Better Decisions, and we are essentially looking from almost ground zero at what is needed now, what we can anticipate being needed in the future, and how we might go about that. So this is a very important contribution to that. I suppose behind all of this, though, there are maybe 3 other questions that we have to think about in thinking about the role and potential of administrative data. How good is good enough for users is one of them. We can't presumably just say, well, we have to use all this new technology, these new arrangements, simply to replicate what we already have, because that may be not what is needed in the future. Secondly, how fast is fast enough? A fair number of people have already been telling us already that for some purposes, getting stuff faster than, say, producing census data a year and a bit after the census, running out to 3 and a bit years afterwards, it would be much better to have something, even if not quite as good for their purposes, if it was much faster. And perhaps thirdly, to what extent can we generalize from the individual cases, from the individual circumstances? Because different data sets may have very different characteristics which need to be dealt with in different ways. And of course, different users will have different needs as well. That's more than enough from me. I expect today to provide answers to all of those questions. I'm confident that our speakers will do all of that. And I'm going to hand over now to Ed Humphreys, the Director General of Regulation.